All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Cassandra Bradford, and you are watching Business First with me, Dr. Cass, right here on social media. And I have my very, very special guest. Now, before I say his name, I know y'all can see it in the background. I met this brother at the Reset Conference last year with Adele Givens. And I'm telling you, I was all in his amen corner. He couldn't even talk. I know he was like, girl, if you don't sit down, I was, yeah, that's right. Say it one more time. We ain't hear you. He was like, I'm trying to get through my presentation, and the crazy woman in the back keeps talking. So you guys know I'm big on building relational currency, and I am so glad that I was in the room with this young man, Mr. Willie Tubbs. How you doing? The reset coach. Woo!
Man, Dr. Cass, first of all, thank you for allowing me to be on your podcast. Thank you for allowing me to talk to your audience. I am so blessed. I can't complain for what God is doing in my life and the things that He's preparing me for. And this year, it's been a magnificent year for me, and I just feel like I'm on cloud nine, walking on. I'm just walking on the clouds right now, cloud nine, and it just feels so good to be here. Thank you.
Man, this guy, he's about to get warmed up, y'all. He's like one of them grasshoppers that start scratching their legs. Y'all better get a pad and piece of paper, because he is about to give some of these acronyms. I know he is. I know he is. But I'm gonna tell you guys are in for a treat. Willie, yes. I mean, I understand that, this has been a trying year for most. But you know what? It's been other seasons, right? It's been your season. It's been my season. And you said, how is it my season during a pandemic when so many others are going through? But when God says your season, brother, it's your season. So I know that we haven't been able to jump on stages like we normally do, but I know that you over there resetting some things. So tell us what you're working on. I know you got a couple of books. You're probably working on another. What you up to, Willie?
Yes. Well, to let your audience know who I am as a result of teaching believers my reset philosophy, you learn how to rescue yourself, lead your children into their greatness, and pursue a career that enables you to live with purpose and with passion. I'm like the genie in the bottle, make three wishes, and I will deliver. But to let everyone know what's been going on, that really it's been so magnificent. Yes, I got three books. I'm a self-publisher. I self-publish my books. Parents, it's time to reset, how to rescue yourself and lead your children into their greatness.
Wait a
Um,
minute, hold on. You're not gonna run past that. He said you have to reset yourself, not wait for somebody else to do it for you. You gotta make a decision that you're gonna have a do-over. And guess
yes,
what? God said we can. Okay,
yes.
so can I get deep? Didn't God Himself do a do-over
Come
when
on,
He had to send His Son?
come on.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go there. But He did a reset, didn't He?
Yes, he
He
did.
said, look at these disobedient children of mine. Now I got to go get my son, send him down to earth so we can reset some things.
Reset,
Okay, I'm sorry.
reset, and
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll let you talk. Woo, that one hit me right there.
yes, reset. It's funny too, Dr. Cass, because when we first met, it was like a week later. I was on a call, and I was talking about what I spoke about on that conference. Um, this man said, "Brother, I don't think you know about it, but the reset philosophy, the reset, is literally it's bigger than what you think it is, because something is about to happen." I didn't know about the COVID at that time. I didn't know about COVID. And really, everything changed for me too. I had to reset because, I was doing my speaking gigs. I was traveling a little bit, and I was just going to places to pour life into those individuals. So I tell people all the time, I hear you. Come on. Write this down, everyone. Write this down, because note takers are money makers. I learned this from my mentor, Dr. Stan Harris. The weakest ink is stronger than the strongest memory. Write this down. So, dream. We all have dreams in life, right? Dream. My acronym for dream is a divinely revealed event awaiting manifestation. I'm gonna say it again because I know I'm speaking fast and I feel good about myself right now. It's a divinely revealed event awaiting manifestation.
Come
Our
on now.
dream is waiting on us. We have to step out for our dreams. I told my children one day, it's okay for you to have heroes and sheroes in your life, but I'm going to be your number one role model. I'm going to show you how to start from the bottom and work your way all the way to the top. And by doing that, I stepped out in the arena of speaking. Reset, reset. Write this down. I feel you, Holy Spirit. I feel you. Reset. My acronym for reset is remember. Every situation equals transformation. Let me say it again. Remember, every situation equals transformation. See, when that man was telling me that it's bigger than I thought it was, he was telling me in the future that I was going to have to reset a little bit. And now with the speaking gigs, yeah, it went down a little bit, but but not much. But what happened? I had to transition a little bit. And we all have to transition. I tell people all the time now, Dr. Cash, you got to stop me sometimes because when I start moving, I start moving.
I'm over here writing, brother.
I tell people all the time, COVID-19 is nothing more than God's interviewing process to help you to get to your final destination.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, yes, people died, yes, everybody die every day. That's the reason why I got this on my back end. I don't know if you can see it real good. Every day is a new year. It's probably backwards, but every day is a new year. But we got 2021. Oh, 2020. I've been, it's a lot of deaths that's been happening. Kobe Bryant, what is Chadwick Boseman. Everybody has been, they passing away, and it's a time to reset. So what revealed to me, this is like a year, well, like 2 years prior, to stop celebrating the year. Stop celebrating 2021. Stop celebrating 2020. Stop celebrating January 1st as a new year. So I realized, okay, of course, the Holy Spirit was speaking to me at this time. He said, stop celebrating. I said, why stop celebrating? Because today may be your last day. And he implemented something, Dr. Kaz, that it made me to run. I literally started running. He said this and it stuck to me. I'm going to say this to your audience. He said, I want you to think about every day is a new year. Okay.
Happy New Year.
Every day is a new year. It's a cliche now, you don't know when it's time to check out. But how he brought it to me, Dr. Kaz, it's like, man, I could understand. I could literally start over every day. Today, for example, today is December the 11th. Am I right?
Yes.
December the 11th. Last year, December 11th, 2019, to this year, December 11th, 2020, is a new year. So therefore, every day is a new year. I
Yeah.
have an opportunity to start over every day. I don't have to wait for January 1st to start my life over. I can start it over right now. And by me doing this, here's what I had to do in this transitioning. Since I wrote books, I'm building these different skills. I transitioned a little bit. Now I help people tell their own story. It's so important that people need to come out and tell their own story.
They got to tell their testimony
Got
because
to.
we can't get healed if we feel that we're the only one that's going through that thing. Right?
Yeah.
So, the Bible says we overcome by the words of our testimony. The
Yes.
words. It's the word. The word. Okay, I'm sorry. Go on. Come on now, Willie. Come on.
It's the words. It's the words. But what really triggered me to start writing at the beginning, it was this. I was watching a video on YouTube. Steve Harvey. He was telling a story about his friend. His friend was going to see his grandmother for the last time, and his friend called him and said, "Hey, Steve, I need you. I need you to come with me because I'm about to see my grandmother for the last time. I need you for support." And Steve Harvey said, "Yes, I will. I will be there for you." So they made it to the hospital. They opened up the door, right? Opened up the door, walked in. He looked at his grandmother. His grandmama looked at him, and he said, "I love you, grandmama. I love you, grandmama. I love you, grandmama." She said, "Baby, the reason why I want to speak to you is because I have a question to ask you. Do you know your great 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 grandfather's first name? Not last name, of course. First name." His friend said, "No, I don't know his first name." She said, "You don't know his first name because he didn't leave you with anything. Now, I'm about to die. I'm about to leave this place. I'm about to go home. I want you to leave this place to make a name for yourself so your great 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 grandchildren would know your name." Then the Holy Spirit started speaking to me now, Dr. Cass. Started speaking to me and start saying, "So what are you going to do? You may just die now. You may just die the next couple of weeks. You don't know when it's time to check out. What are you going to do right now so your great great grandchildren will know your name?" I said, "Well, I could write a book." The Holy Spirit said, "Great, great, because a book is immortal. Not only that, even God wrote a book himself called the Bible." So right then and there, it triggered me to help people to tell their story, because how many people have died with the music still in them? See, we think, oh my God, come on, man. I hear you, God. I hear you. We think that our experiences is our experiences. First and foremost, God will never allow you to go through anything unless He's telling you to help someone else. Because whatever God did to Adam, He also did it. He did it for everyone else. He did it for his loins. He told Adam to do certain things. He was also speaking to us. Now, by understanding that, God began to tell me, okay, Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then if you read along a little bit, Dr. Kaz, it says, "And since you have rejected knowledge, I will reject you and ignore your children." So I asked God, why would you ignore the children? He said, simple, simple. If the parents don't find out the truth, how would the kids know? Because the parents will only teach their children what they know. Then I realized it's not saying that God will reject the children. He said he will ignore them until they come up to their own Jesus moment.
To their
A
own.
Jesus moment is it was written in the story of the prodigal son. I ain't trying to preach, but I gotta get this out there. The prodigal son, and the Bible indicated when he was in a hog pen that he came to himself.
Himself.
So now, why not? Why not, as we are young, we learning more about our ancestors. We learning more about life. We learning more. Why not have a book for my our great grandfather, our grandmother, learning about life, so we don't have to come to ourselves at the age of 38. Why not learn while we are young? So therefore, we have a head start in life. We don't have to start over every generation. So I have over 70 students, and with the mindset of the people that I tell them, first of all, I'm your number one cheerleader. I'm your number one cheerleader. Writing is 90% inspiration and 10% aspiration. And when they understand that, I have a student wrote her first book. She 63 years old, Miss Sharon Mathis, I think. Yeah, Miss Sharon Mathis, in one day.
Wow.
Yes, since I
But
I
we need
started.
these grandmothers to write the story about our legacy, about where we come from. And I think you're onto something, because if we're never told who we are as a people, and you read in the Bible, he begat and he begat and he begat and he begat. We don't know anything other than that's my mama. And that's
Yes.
about for some of us know. And it's really it does us a disservice growing up, because a lot of times we don't know who we are or why we are a certain way, or if we are part of the McCoys and the whoever they had the feud. So we need to know, and I love this, and I believe, Willie, with all my heart, that when the pandemic hit, and God foreknew, right? And I
Right.
believe that it hit for some of us that said, God, you know what? I would do that, but I don't have time. God, I would go witness, but I don't have time.
Mm.
A lot of these church leaders, I would get on social media, but I don't have time. I would reach the world. That many of us were called to the world, but we can't be called to the world because we didn't believe in social media. Now everybody had to learn Zoom, Google,
Okay.
all of this stuff, right? And God said, okay, well, you don't have time to talk with me. You don't have time to spend time with me. Hold on, skirt. Let me show you what you need to do. And he cut out a whole bunch of stuff, a whole lot of lollygagging, a whole lot of hanging out with folks that we knew we didn't have no business hanging out with before. A lot of us was living in a house with our spouse and we didn't even like him or her. I can't stand him. Now you got to put up with him and
Right.
figure out that the problem is you. I'm going to tell you something, Willie. When we get to talking to God about somebody else, God ain't a good person to gossip with.
That's
I've
right.
tried it. I'm like, Lord, let me tell you about Willie. You need to deal with Willie. And he always talked to me about me and what I did or did not do, what he called me to do or not to do. Isn't something that he's not a good gossiper? So I believe that right now that we're in the best time to really seriously go, you know what, God, if you are a true and living God, I ain't got nothing but time to sit here and talk to me like you talk to Willie. Let me hear your voice like Willie hear your voice. And
Yeah.
guess what? He's a gentleman. Said, okay, you really want to have a relationship with me? You really want to hear me? Be still. And now that we are still, do you know how sharp some of us are now to hearing the word, hearing when God speaks, when God moves, when God breathes? I believe that we are in the best time. If you didn't have time to start your business before, this is a good time. If you didn't have time to write that book before, guess what? You got time. Hey, and I
Yeah.
don't want to hear, if I hear one more person to say that 2020 was the worst year, hold on, the year ain't over with yet. You mean to tell me that the God that I serve, the most powerful God, as Isaiah would say,
Come on.
cannot do anything? How many days we got left in the year? 20 something days left in the year. You mean to
Yeah.
tell me it would
Mm-hmm.
take God 20 days, 26 days, however many days we got left in this month, 12 days, I don't know, y'all know I'm not doing math, to move.
About
It
20
take
days.
God 20 something days to move. When I hear God can speak a thing and it'll happen. He can say one word, it will change the entire trajectory of your life, of your situation. So you mean to tell me one word would take 12 days to speak?
Mm, man.
I'm confused because now you're making the Bible confusing, especially you believers that say you believe in God, but then you say, oh my God, this is the worst year ever. I'll be glad when it's over. Watch what you
Mm.
say.
Okay.
Watch what you say, because we need to be thankful for this day. This is another day to get it right. Remember, we got to talking about the reset coach. Say it's another day
Mm.
to get it right. You have another day to call somebody and check on them. You have another day to apologize. You have another day to make it right. You have another day to get another client. You have another day. You have another opportunity. Guess what, guys? I'm gonna say this. You are in a situation that God is waiting for you to move. God can't move until you move. So if you don't ever get up and start that business, if you don't ever get up and write that book, if you don't ever get up and get an ink pen, he's not going to force you to do anything that you don't want to do. So then it does not give you the right to complain about what's not happening in your life. When this pandemic hit, Willie, true story. I When they did the shelter in, I was at home for exactly 6 days. That was all I could do. I'm at home. I don't work from home. I have an office.
Right.
And I said, "Oh Lord, I'm at home. I'm in there cooking. I don't cook during the day. I work."
Mm.
And I remember God, and I'm like, "God, what's going on?" I'm in there in the kitchen cooking. He said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, Lord, I'm at home. We don't shelter in because of the pandemic." He said, "I'm talking about you. What
Mm.
are you doing here?" And it hit me because I remember I prayed years ago, "Lord, I want an office. I don't ever want to work from home. I don't want my home life confused with my business life. And when I'm home, I'm regular Cassandra, mother, wife, girl, sister, friend, right? When I'm in the office, I'm a leader. I'm managing stuff. I don't run nothing. I manage stuff." And God said, "What are you doing here?" Do you know the next day I got a full face makeup? Y'all thought I was getting ready to go to a ball or something. I was dressed to the nine. And I went to the office and God gave me a witty idea because I prayed, "Lord, give me a witty idea. Show me what I'm supposed to be doing during this pandemic." And I'm going to tell you, our business tripled. We ended up leasing more space. And now again, we're out of space. And it's amazing in where we are. And it wasn't because I sat there and I said, "The year is over. Woe is me, God. You are not God." Because no, God is God. He gave me another opportunity. Guess what? He could have gave a witty idea to anybody, and he chose me. And
That's
I've
right.
never claimed to be the smartest person in the box, smartest crayon, but I am so glad that he didn't forget that I was sitting there waiting, that I had reached out to him and prayed and said, "Lord, give me a witty idea."
Mm. That is
So
so
I
powerful.
got a reset, y'all.
Reset.
I got a reset. I got a do over. He gave me an opportunity to do it over. And
Right.
it's been amazing. And I cannot wait for today. I can't wait for tomorrow. I was last night trying to figure out my outfit for this podcast, right? Because I can't wait for today. I know God is blessing me. I know God is blessing the earth realm. I prayed and I said, "Lord, Willie, I know this is your interview, but when we get together, we get to preaching."
We do.
And I'm gonna tell you, God is moving. I
Mm.
said, "God, I need to see miracles." Guess what? I've been on YouTube watching uh signs and wonders and miracles. Y'all don't even understand. I got a reset, Willie. You better tell these people about a reset.
Okay.
He
Reset.
said reset is remember every situation equals transformation.
Transformation. Transformation. And the funny thing too, I remember you was holding a class. I think it was in Dallas, and I came down there, and you was teaching individuals certain things. And I said, I'm gonna make sure I be there. Dr. Cash, she gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. So when I made it there, and I realized I had a book then, another book. It was called Caught Between a Dream and a Job. And one of my mentors came to me. He said, "You know what? You should change that name. Change that name." I said, change that name." So another mentor came in and said, "Oh, you need to start branding this better." I said, "Okay, okay." And she started helping me a little bit. And now I have a new book that's coming out. Actually, really, it's not released yet, but you know what? I think I'm going to bless your audience with something. It's called Reset Your Economy. Reset Your Economy. How to live your dream through the economy of God in spite of the economy of man, in spite of the economy of COVID-19, in spite of the economy, what the government is presenting to you right now, the economy, in spite, regardless. So I tell people this: there's a new thing that's about to happen. Like you said, witty inventions. And same thing happened to me, Dr. Cass. Same thing. And since I started teaching people how to tell their story, how to do certain things. And when I wrote this book, it was the framework. The framework was learning the economy of God, right? And when I recognized it, I said, "God, show me this economy in my history, not just in the Bible, you know, in the Bible text. So he said, follow me, focus on me. And when I start focusing on them, then start studying, talking to different people, then I realized it was one man, one gentleman. He's an older gentleman, a good friend of mine. He said, man, that sounds like the Black Wall Street. I said, what? What is the Black Wall Street? This is 5 years ago, Dr. Cass. I didn't know anything about the Black Wall Street.
Come on now.
And guess what? I live 2 hours from there.
Yes, that's what I was getting ready to say.
And when I found out this, I said, whoa, this is crazy. So I did my study. I said, oh, this is a straight replica of what God intended it in Acts chapter 4. And I said, oh my God. He said, I got something for you to do. So I'm starting something new, Dr. Cass. It's starting January the 1st. I'm pre-launching January 1st, called Operation Black Wall Street. Operation Black Wall Street.
I'm loving it.
Now, you may want to get pen and paper out on this because you know everything is an acronym, right? Operation Black Wall Street. Okay, Black Wall Street. Here's the acronym for Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street stands for Black Leaders Assessing Clear Knowledge with Accurate Learning Languages so that real economic expansion transcends.
Real economic
transcends. A real economic expansion transcends. So let me say it again so everybody can hear me. Black Wall Street, which is Black leaders assessing clear knowledge with
mm-hmm. accurate
learning languages, so that real economic expansion transcends.
I got it. Look, I am over here about to jump off this chair. Oh my God. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot wait to come to the conference. You don't understand. I see a conference. I see a Black Wall Street conference because especially with us Black leaders that's trying to lead some people, but we ain't never led nobody.
Right.
And I'll tell you something. Pastors can't teach something that they don't know. And people can't teach about money if they've never had it. Show can't teach about economics if you don't understand it. You got to understand how the world operates. You got to understand how the world turns. And all of this politics, everything, what happened in our presidential race, we think just affects the United States. It affects the world. I was scheduled to go to South Africa. And I was told, well, we have to wait till after the election and the first 100 days of the new president. I'm like, what does that have to do with me coming over to Africa talking? Right? They said, because of the election. You need to understand economics. So you're just confirming some things. Man, Willie, you didn't put yourself on mute. Get off mute, man. Look, I'm telling you.
It was on accident. But this whole thing is about to come to a head. You know, since I have a passion for helping people tell their stories, I recognize that I have to help other people as well. And what I'm doing is something very powerful, so everyone can learn how to tell their story. At the same time, come together as a community. And at the same time, learn how to circulate our money. At the same time, coming out the box, because I teach my students in the reset your economy that there's 21 streams of income from one book. 21 streams. And when I read your book, Relationship Currency, I said, ooh, which is so powerful, because in the book, I talk about relationships are the currency of the kingdom.
Yes, it is.
Relationships.
And this is why I tell women, stop trying to do business as a man. Right now, the Black woman is the most powerful woman on the existence of the earth. Not because I'm a Black woman, but it's just what it is right now. But it's based on relationships. And I understand that sometimes, especially my truckers and my trucker divas, you're in a male dominated industry, but you have to do business the way God has instructed us to do business. And we have to do it with integrity, which is why my book is coming out called Being Presidential. So
Mm.
it deals with integrity and character. And so, but this interview is not about me. It's all about you. And guess what? We have we run out of time, man.
Oh
Look,
man.
listen, Willie. I know that you got some stuff coming up. I know you're planning your 2021. I know that Black Wall Street is gonna be awesome. Operation Black Wall Street. Listen, I'm just a state away.
Yes.
And I got a truck with tires and tread and gasoline, and you ain't nothing but a truck drive away.
Okay.
So listen, I cannot wait for Operation Black Wall Street. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think that we're living in a days where, especially our generation, even generation that are younger than us, they've never seen wealth the way that we understand it. They don't understand what happened in Black Wall Street, and they don't understand that we have power. We can change. Uh, we can change the entire trajectory of the world, but we got to come together in relationships.
We got to. We got to. And
Man, this is awesome. I'm over here.
man,
I got so many notes going over here. I got sticky notes going.
man.
I didn't wrote off the paper. Now I'm on sticky notes. I got all kind of stuff going on over here. Man, this has been phenomenal, guys. If you guys hey Willie, how do they get in touch with you? Listen, you guys that want to write a book, you want to leave a legacy for your family, mama, mima, grandma, we need to know where we come from. We need to know how you guys got to America. We need to know how you guys got to your city. We need to know who we are as a family. You need to write it down. Get in touch with Willie. You got a story to tell. We need to know it. I don't want you to leave this earth and we don't know who you are. God made you. Women, we were fearfully and wonderfully made. God took his time with us. He put the man to sleep. He said, look, I already told him what to do the first time. Let me give him a little night night because he need help. And he took time with us. So he told us some stuff while the man was asleep.
That's right.
And that means mother, meemaws, come on, you need to tell your story. You were not just put on this earth to bear children. And that's it. You have a legacy. You birthed life into us and made us who we were. You nurtured us into who we are today. So listen, Willie, how do people get in touch with you?
Well, everyone can go to my website, www.willietubbs.com. On there, you will see me presenting, presenting a little presentation to the kids on there because I literally go to schools, speak to the kids. But also for this right here is a special thing they haven't launched yet. So just contact me through there. You will see the magnificent of the plans that God has literally has put before us. And all we have to do is have that faith. My acronym for faith is forward action in the hope. Forward action in the hope. And when you start walking out and understanding the possibilities right before you, you will literally catapult your life into another dimension. Notice I didn't say level. I learned this from one of my mentors, Simon T. Bailey. He said there are 7 levels in a dimension. And when you learn certain things, certain nuggets, God would literally shoot you into another dimension. So everyone, thank you for allowing me. Well, Dr. Cass, thank you for allowing me to speak to your audience. And everyone at the sound of my voice, do not stand stagnant anymore. And I would like to close. Can I close with my favorite poem,
Yes.
Dr. Cass?
Uh-huh.
It's called Our Deepest Fear by Marianne Williamson. You probably heard it before, but I have my children singing this every day. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are strong, powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I? Who am I to be gorgeous, beautiful, intelligent, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so other people will feel insecure around you. You was meant to shine, just like all children do. And it's not just in some of us, it's in all of us. As we let our light shine so brightly, we unconsciously give other people the permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence, Dr. Cass' presence, automatically liberates others, our deepest fear. Thank you, Dr. Cass.
You guys, we are out of time. I am Dr. Cassandra Bradford, and you've been watching Business First with me, Dr. Cass, and our special guest, Mr. Willie Tubbs. If you guys want to see this video in its entirety, it will be on YouTube. You can go to my channel, which is Cassandra Bradford. Thank you so much, Willie Tubbs. And hey, we got to do a part two. Let me know, dude.
Yes, we
Let me
do.
know. Hey, you guys, we're out of time, and I am Dr. Cassandra Bradford, and I will see you guys at the top. Bye.